The drunkenness of a lifetime. 21 years old, he was about to be a father. But he is still going to school, and he can't even earn a dime to support himself. Then career, may have to go to the army. His family does not accept this, they are educated and don't want to be humiliated. He loves her, but he also loves his family. How could he take care of mother and daughter with only empty hands? He drank a lot. Get drunk. Or to temporarily forget the things that have been bothering him for the past few days. In the heat of the moment, he came to where she was, but did not dare to face her, but only stuffed a piece of paper through the crack of the door with just 4 words, or break it. No reply. Since that day, he could no longer contact her. For the next 40 years, he never saw her again. He sat, took a sip of wine from the small bottle under the table, and stood up. For a long time, he never let himself get drunk again. More than 60 years old, his wife died almost 20 years. The only daughter who had not yet married, fell ill and lay in one place, her body gradually constricting. He has been taking care of his children alone for 10 years now. At times, he thought it might be a debt he would carry with him for the rest of his life. Debt for once stunned because of the drunkenness, drunken youth. He has always thought about everything, or more precisely, obsessively about everything for 40 years of his life, ever since the day he hesitated and was weak before his decision to protect the woman he loved. Many times driving a motorbike taxi, he drove young people, heard their stories, understood their situation when deciding between love, career, and fear for the future. He really wanted to advise, but thinking about his decisions, about his mistakes, about his weakness and his youth, he clicked his tongue. How is it qualified to advise people? Then hum and laugh to pass the story. No more booze, no more drunkenness. But just thinking about it makes me sad. Youth can be an age that passes very quickly, makes decisions very quickly, and fails very quickly. But memories of that brief period often haunt people for the rest of their lives. Human life is a series of events from our own choices. Choosing right or wrong at a young age, sometimes like a thin thread between the lines of black and white, is too difficult to distinguish. In his 30s, he tormented thinking about right and wrong in the decision that day. He was still frantically looking for her. 40, he gradually learned to accept, but still inquired many places about her. 50, he knew he had no choice but to accept, but was still excited when he heard some news about her. 60, he did not actively seek anything anymore. He knew he couldn't help it, but he also knew it was easy to forget. Therefore, he crammed his sadness deep inside. In myself, no longer wanted to tell anyone about it. Many times, he asked himself the question, if that day he had the courage to protect people, would he be happy now? Is it a family? Are there so many concerns? Again the old question, which had tormented him for 40 years of his life. Last month, he drove a motorbike taxi, casually chatted with a former acquaintance, was tipped for her information, seemed certain. I heard that she is very successful now, her first 40-year-old son has his own house and has a stable job in Saigon. They gave him the address to try and find. But he did not dare to call, nor did he dare to search. People are so good now, face to face again. He no longer drinks alcohol, life is just like that. But the drunkenness that night still can't go away. After reading the story about the man, what do you think about your youth? Is it a mistake, a lack of courage, or a fear at the threshold of responsibility and love? There are many things that require responsibility from a young man. If you have the courage to face it, the difficulty will pass quickly, and the next life will be complete for both of you. So, don't let youth become an escape. Do not let youth be fear, regret. Can you do it?